The final week of the regular season for high school girls basketball is upon us. And we begin with what these two teams call a tune-up as they prepare for postseason play. We've got the Holy Angels Stars and the Providence Academy Lions. Providence Academy, winners of 10 in a row. They could end the season with an 11-game winning streak tonight. And Holy Angels looking for some momentum as they transition to Section 6 3A competition. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Peden, joined by LaToya Turk. LaToya, this is always a festive night. It's the last game of the regular season for both teams. So for Holy Angels, it's grade school night, senior night. There was a ceremony ahead of time. You have some experience with this through your own participation as an athlete and your daughter. What is the atmosphere like when you get to senior night? You know, this year has been great to be able to experience senior night with so many of the young ladies that we've watched play over the last 4 or 5 years of their high school career. And it's just a great feeling to be able to, complete your high school career and be celebrated and honored. Well, Providence Academy hoping to get a few honors tonight. Last week, perhaps their biggest of the season, 3 huge wins. They beat Holy Family Catholic, followed that up with a win over Mayor Lutheran, one of the perennials in Class A, and then forced a split with Minnehaha Academy in the second meeting in conference play. Now, they still have to win, or at least not lose by 6 or more, to lock in the 1 seed in Section 5 2A. But LaToya, when you have 3 big wins like that, how does that carry over into this final game? You know, that's a huge confidence booster for this team. They're being led by Greenway, who's leading the helm, and with the Count sisters, they're on a roll. And to have a 10-game winning streak and conquer those 3 teams last week, that's huge for them. They come in with a lot of confidence. Maddyn Greenway, 5 double-doubles, 3 points rebounds, 1 point steals, 1 point assists. A lot of versatility with that point guard. And Grace Counts 14 points away from 1,000. 2 things to keep an eye on for the Lions. For Holy Angels, we saw them on Saturday. They struggled a little bit against Becker, who was a hot shooting team from 3-point range. But any team that has Grace Massaquoi in the interior and Kassie Caron on the perimeter should never be underestimated. Yeah, those two are a dynamic duo, and we've seen them time and time get it done and take care of business. It is going to be a little struggle for them to hold their composure offensively against such a handsy defensive team as Providence, but like I said, we've seen them do it before, so I'm confident that they have a strategy tonight. I'm sure they have a strategy. We'll find out which strategy succeeds when we return. This is high school girls basketball. Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves. Holloman, good if it goes. Yes! Game winners. James, she's in trouble. Finds James, toss shot, it goes in! And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
With her parents, Jeff and Lisa, I've had the privilege to honor many parents as they graduated on their senior season. Kassie, you're an outstanding example of what we like here.
Welcome back to Holy Angels in Richfield. Mike Peden and LaToya Turk with you. The seniors got their customary salutation beforehand, and Grace Massaquoi was also honored. She recently passed 1,000 career points. Grace Massaquoi still unsigned.
You know, that definitely comes as a surprise to me that she's still unsigned. She's such an amazing athlete, and so hopefully we can kind of figure out where her interests are and put some hooks out there in the water for her.
This is the only game Holy Angels has this week. Games against Highland Park and Central were canceled, and no makeup is planned. Holy Angels, they had a lengthy winning streak of their own that was snapped in the loss to Becker.
Back to Providence with an 8th grader, number 30.
But Holy Angels, they've done more than enough, I think, to lock in the 1 seed. They trailed Benilde St. Margaret's in the QRF, owing to BSM being in the Metro West with some 4A schools, and that win over Chaska probably put them over the top. I'd like to think Holy Angels would get the 1 seed, but Benilde St. Margaret's, with that win over Chaska, you just don't know. That's going to make for an interesting seeding meeting this weekend. And Providence in 5-2A QRF seeded. So they have to win to lock in the 1 seed.
Now Providence has a really young starting lineup there. I see that they've moved their 7th grader into the starting lineup, Bridget Healy. I'm sorry.
That's Emma Millerburn.
Right,
Let's
correct.
recap the starters for you. Actually, Providence going with their same starting 5. So it's Brooke Honecker, number 3, Emma Millerburn, number 4, Maddyn Greenway, number 30, Grace Counts, number 41, and Maria Counts, number 42. Again, Grace 14 away from 1,000. A slight change for Holy Angels. They'll start Ella Pritchard, number 1, Grace Massaquoi, number 2, Kira O'Rourke, number 10, Jane Nordstrom, one of the seniors, number 22, and Kassie Caron, number 42. You'll also see Elizabeth Pierce out there. And one of those youngsters, yeah, Emma Millerburn, I think you had it right, LaToya. She's the 7th grader. And they will bring in Shannon Healy, the 8th grader. And hey, Maddyn Greenway, she got her start as a 7th grader last year.
You know, we've seen a few youngsters be able to hold their own.
Frankie Vassalero, she got some playing time as an 8th grader all those years ago. Holy Angels with the ball. Grace Massaquoi, the reason why we're surprised she hasn't found a college yet. 11 double-doubles this season. There she goes on the take.
And you know, with the smaller team that Providence has, she's going to be able to do that a lot tonight. She just has to be able to finish at the rim, and you know, she might even be able to draw a couple quick fouls there.
Massaquoi can go hot and cold at times, about 41%. Providence turns it over.
And, you know, Massaquoi isn't a kid that we've watched play, you know, since 4th or 5th grade. She just kind of came out of nowhere one year, and so, you know,
She didn't. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, she doesn't have that high basketball IQ that we see from some of the young ladies who have played for a long period of time. She just knows how to play, and she's stronger than the other girls.
Grace had played a lot of club basketball, but did not play any high school ball until she was a sophomore. And a quick timeout by Connor Getz and Providence Academy. And on the Providence end, LaToya, this surprised me when I did my stat tracking research last night. Maria Counts and Maddyn Greenway entering this game have the same number of assists. Both have 116.
Yeah, I was looking at their stats, and not only do they have a lot of assists, they're also very handsy. They get in there and they get a lot of steals. They force a lot of turnovers. You know, Counts isn't a big-time scorer, but she definitely shows up defensively on the floor for this Providence team.
Well, Grace Counts, she has her fair share of steals. Maria Counts as well. Maddyn Greenway, 7 steals away from 100, which you think she'd be able to get before the season's out, as Providence is expected to at least get to the section final.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times. We've just got to get it to fall.
Greenway with the bounce pass, and that is a foul on Kassie Caron. She bumped into Brooke Honecker from behind.
And that's one thing that we see with Providence. They are a smaller team. They will push the ball, and so you just can't be lax defensively, transition-wise with them. You got to get out and get in front of them.
Maria Counts, she can knock down threes and connects on the inbound play. Maria doesn't shoot the three a lot. Kassie Caron, we know she likes to fire away.
Okay. That was some NBA All-Star range right there.
And a pair of triples gives us a 3-3 tie. Greenway with the skip to Grace counts. An excellent transition play.
41, Grace counts.
You know, Cassie's going to have an advantage because she does have the longer arm. She's a little bit taller, that she will be able to shoot over some of the smaller guards that Providence has.
And for the moment, Maddyn Greenway retakes the team lead in assists. Ooh, couldn't put on the brakes that time. Gave a perplexed look to the official and says, all right.
And I think once she gets her footwork down on that, that'll be a move that a defender won't want to see her do.
We have to remember, she's only in 8th grade. She has plenty of room to grow.
Yeah, most definitely.
We're not even close to the epitome of her playmaking abilities. But Maddyn Greenway, she's had a terrific season. That's going to be a foul on Grace Counts. Eric Bugard is working on his end-of-season awards. He and I and Connor Getz could identify with this, discussing who the 2A Player of the Year might be. I couldn't pick between Greenway and Addie Mack.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
It might be a toss-up. Maybe they can share one.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we do Cole?
What? There's Maddyn Greenway who gets the steal.
And, you know, she does do a good job of getting steals, picking up steals every game. I think she's averaging right at 4 steals a game. And you can see that they put her, you know, on that switch against Grace Massaquoi. One thing that Providence does really good defensively is that they don't have defensive assignments. They can hold whoever.
The steal on the delayed 3 by Greenway. So Maddyn is now 6 away from 100 for the season.
A lot of times teams will try to take advantage of the height discrepancy that Providence presents, and they'll run the pick and roll sets to try to get their post on one of their guards. But as you can see, Greenway knows how to pick that pocket, almost similar to what we see Ronnie does over at, you know, Ron Dog over at Como
You're
Park.
going with Ron Dog now.
Yeah.
On a related note, well, Maddyn Greenway looked to line it up with Grace Counts, but Grace Massaquoi swooped in just in time. 8-3, Lions over Stars. Deep 3 for Kassie Caron, trying to make that 3 work. There's Jenna Buer. She has had herself quite a season. Bullseye. Buer has 3 20-point games.
Yeah, the last time we were here, she really showed up big time for her team. And so with Providence being on the road, they're going to need her to show up tonight too.
But to go back to what I was saying, Bugard considers Ronnie Porter the front runner for 3A Player of the Year, and I would not be in a position to disagree.
Absolutely.
Well, Ronnie Porter, she showed up for the big games. She showed up for the not-so-big ones. Jenna Buer can't follow up on the 3. Ooh, high lob. And Greenway was tackled in her dad's sport. That would be pass interference. I don't think they rule it that in basketball, but you might as well call that pass interference.
Well, the Stars number 5, Jenna Buer, that's her first in the game for the Stars.
You know, and I thought that was going to be, they were going to call that maybe on Kassie, and that would have been her second, which would have been crucial for her.
Instead it's on Buer, but Kassie Caron will go to the bench for now. High-low, Maria to Grace. Yes.
It's really hard to defend that when your player has you pinned that deep underneath the basket.
And now Maria has tied Maddyn Greenway again for the team lead. Kaylee Caron knocks down the 14-footer. Let's not forget about Cassie's younger sister.
Providence is doing a great job of breaking this press and just pushing the ball, advancing the ball up the floor. Once they get past the half court, there's only one defender back for Holy Angels. Holy Angels got to make an adjustment on that.
The runner falls for Kira O'Rourke. O'Rourke, a volleyball-basketball crossover, and Holy Angels, they've got to be careful. They've been playing Maddyn Greenway pretty aggressively, and that's the second time they've been tagged for a foul.
And Maddyn Greenway does an excellent job of showing her fouls as well. You know, if you don't call it, she's going to show it.
Maria to Grace. Needed help. She'll kick back out. Maria fakes the three, goes up and in. Maria counts with a degree of craftiness on that play. Baseline jumper, swish.
You know, and Holy Angels waste no time getting their shots up.
Elizabeth Pierce gets on the board. Greenway speeds through traffic and will shoot 2. Maddyn Greenway, this surprised me. Her versatility, 5 double-doubles, 3 of them points rebounds, 1 point steals, 1 points assists. That points assist double-double, 28 points, 11 assists against Minnehaha Academy on Friday. Maddyn can do it all.
Yeah, she does. She definitely. She's balanced, and she has a scorer's mentality. She comes in, she knows what she wants to do. She just plays very smart.
And she is an excellent free throw shooter. Until I brought that up. My apologies, Maddyn. Here comes Grace Massaquoi on the other end. And that is her first field goal.
I applaud Grace as making those adjustments of not getting in the charge because she...
oh, look out.
She does that so well, that Euro step.
Grace counts. I believe that's the 3rd time she has scored in transition.
And there's absolutely no one back. They're not getting back.
Massaquoi, pump fake, drive, and she'll shoot 2.
You know, I'm not aware of the strategy for this game, but I know that pressing them up high, they're very. Providence is very good at that transition offense, and so I would sit down and make this younger team run their offense. That's what I would do.
Grace Massaquoi, 10 20-point games, 11 double-doubles this season.
Why did that just got so quiet? Yeah, I would sit down and I would make this younger team run their offense, run through their set.
Grace, a 61% free throw shooter, 19 points per game. She's had a tremendous senior season. Didn't play high school ball until her sophomore year, so she literally did come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
As far as the high school circuit is concerned. But Holy Angels glad to have her. Here comes Maddyn Greenway, pulls up, banks it in. Like we told you, Maddyn Greenway, she's versatile, she can do it all, and she's got a high IQ about her. Pritchard, the kick out, look out. Rebound, no putback. LaToya, I think Kassie's trying to force it from 3.
Yeah.
Whoa, oh, what?
Kassie's got to be careful there.
There's the foul. I'm laughing because Maddyn had the fast break play lined up, and the pass almost balanced on Brooke Honecker's head. The ball, I should say. That's on Pierce, the foul. I've never seen that happen. The ball balanced on your head. On Saturday, Grace Massaquoi, Maddyn Greenway with the deep 3, bullseye.
She'll show you how to do it.
I was going to say, Grace Massaquoi got a shot to rest on the back of the cylinder against Becker. But I've never seen the ball almost balance on someone's head.
And you know, with Greenway, she does a great job of being able to score inside and outside, and we don't and play defense. We don't just get to see that often in our girls' game.
Maddyn has been working on that, though. I had the Count sisters with me for a boys' game back in January, and they said Maddyn was working on that range. And she draws another foul, and ooh. I think Kaylee Caron taking exception.
Yeah,
that's the second on Kaylee.
Yeah, she's picked up her second against Greenway as well. So
we're seeing Maddyn's quickness stymie Holy Angels. She's drawing fouls, she's scoring, and she... Oh, well, that was Millerburn staying with it. Grace to Maria. Sister. It's the last time those two will play alongside each other in the regular season. Maria is senior.
You know, I looked at the roster and I saw that there were 3 Count sisters here. And I said, that's a whole lot of tuition.
There are 7 of them overall,
wow.
7 siblings. Hope is the youngest. Maddyn feeling it. That did everything but go in. But the Lions do lead 24-16 over the Stars. 3 ball. The fans are getting into it now.
You know, one thing that we're going to have to see is...
And they're going to call a foul on Kassie, Caron. That is her second.
Yeah, and it's just way too early in the game for her to be picking up her second foul. But
and Providence is in the bonus.
Yeah, if we're going to be taking deep shots like that, you got to have your rebounder in. And I see Grace Massaquoi coming back in now, but someone's got to crash the boards.
Well, this Providence team, no stranger to challenges in 3A. Their schedule included the number 1 and 2 teams in the most recent poll, which was today, Becker and Como Park. And Providence was in contention in both games. Even though the Lions didn't beat Como Park or Becker, they were able to hang with them.
Yeah. Basketball, you know, even though it's a game of being physically fit, it's also a mental game as well. And Providence does a good job of playing the mental game. They're small, they're quick, and they can get in your head.
Brooke Honecker hit with a foul there. 10-10 left in the first half. Providence leads 25-16. Again, more on the line for Providence because their section is QRF seeded, so they need a win to lock in number 1.
And they're that handsy defense again from Providence. Got to use your ball fakes.
There's Hope Counts, the youngest. Greenway, the skip to Honecker. No 3 there. And now Providence getting hit with fouls. LaToya, the officials, they are calling a lot of contact. We've seen a lot of it, so I'm not saying they're calling it tight, but both teams playing aggressive here.
Yeah, and I can see that the ladies are a little choppy with each other, so the rest maybe just want to control the tempo and control the energy a little bit, which is smart. We're too deep in the season, getting ready for playoffs, or to risk anybody being injured or, you know, risking opportunity of a scholarship for some bad sportsmanship. So,
side fade for Elizabeth Pierce. And Grace Counts collects the rebound. This is the final regular season game for both teams. Grace Counts, fade away, swish. And Grace is 4 away from 1,000. There's the 1,000-point scorer who is under tonight, and Grace Massaquoi.
Providence does a great job of defensive rotation. They don't have like a super athletic player. They just all know their roles, and you can tell that they do a lot of repetition.
I would argue that Maddyn Greenway is pretty darn athletic, though.
I agree.
She's up to 11, and the Lions have a 13-point lead over the Stars. Grace Massaquoi pulls up, got it. Holy Angels showing press, and Grace Massaquoi hit with a foul, so Maddyn will go to the line. Despite what I said in her splitting, she is a solid free throw shooter.
Yeah, and when Greenway has the ball, that's not a time to jog. When she's on the floor, you need to know where she is. Someone needs to have eyes on her, and they're just allowing her to move freely in this backcourt here so she can do exactly what she does best, is orchestrate her offense. And so they got to keep a better eye on her if they want to cut this lead down.
Maddyn Greenway, 23 points per game. And she bricks the front end, so a break for the Stars. But they trail 29-18. Providence looking a little quicker right now. And remember, the Caron sisters both have 2 fouls.
And there's that help side defense again that I just talked about earlier with Providence. And it also looks like they're doing a little bit of a trap.
Yours 3 is short, but the high Caron goes right to her. Wrestles for control and draws the shooting foul. That was all grit, all hustle by Jenna Buer. Buer, the sophomore, and I would imagine will take over as one of the centerpieces next year with Grace and Kassie graduating.
I don't know, out of the private schools that we've had the privilege of covering games for, who has the most animated fans? Would it be De La Salle or Providence Academy?
Buer knocks down both free throws, 74% free throw shooter. I'll tell you this much, Maddyn Greenway loses the ball. Ever since she came around, the Greenway siblings, they bring the energy.
Yeah, most definitely.
They bring the energy. I covered a couple Providence games this year where I would hear them start chanting defense, so they bring a little bit of that sports lineage. Of course, Maddyn's parents, both stellar athletes. Traveling
I know about her
Buer.
dad. What did her mom do?
Her mother was a track and field and cross-country athlete at Iowa, which is probably where she got that speed and durability. Nice set. Extra pass. Brooke Honecker scores. Grace counts. Might have had a look if she went for it, but she spotted Brooke Honecker from behind.
You know, it looks like these young ladies, they've bought into their system, you know, so they trust the plays, they execute.
Remember, this team won the silver medal last year in the Class 2A state tournament. Grace Massaquoi with the putback. Holy Angels got to the semifinal in the 3A state tournament. These are two teams. Jump ball, Holy Angels with the arrow. So the Providence system, I imagine there's no trouble buying into it. Just about everyone from last year's second place team came back. Massaquoi to Buer.
And you can see there's a lot of talking defensively from the Providence ladies. There's this thing we do we call head on a swivel.
Grace Massaquoi, that was her 12th three-point field goal this season. Doesn't shoot well from there, but that's a big three for the Stars. And we saw this before in their game with De La Salle. They can bounce back from early deficits. But Massaquoi couldn't finish on the transition play. Greenway went for the laser skip, intercepted. 2-on-1 for the Stars. Bucket.
It's a smart play there.
O'Rourke with the bucket. Massaquoi with the dime. Greenway into a wall. Holy Angels, they're keying in on Greenway now. Grace again. We saw this, LaToya, in the second meeting with De La Salle when Grace Massaquoi got out of her slumber. That helped Holy Angels pull away. Massaquoi has been a difference maker every year she has put on that Stars uniform.
Yeah, that's one thing that I can say about this Holy Angels team, but I've never really seen them panic. Like, we've seen them walk leads down. And that's exactly bucket by bucket.
They have a long pedigree. They won it all in 2016. And their coaching staff has been there a long time. Joe Berg, Dan Woods. Plenty of cohesion on the Holy Angels bench and on the floor. Massaquoi up to 13, and it's a one-possession game. After the Stars trail by 13. Grace counts, looking to change that. Grace counts with a graceful first half, if I say so myself.
I thought that was a great seal. I think, Counts did a great seal there down low. She's just been able to, at will, post up in the paint, but I missed that foul, though.
Well, she'll look to seal this three-point play at the line. And with that, her next bucket, her next point, will give her 1,000. We're getting dueling chants. Kassie Caron back out there. Remember, she has 2 fouls. Massaquoi had nowhere to go. Grace Counts sealed her off. But Holy Angels recovers. Here comes Kassie, the Missouri Western commit, short on the runner. Another O-board. Hope counts with the block.
Providence is packing that middle in. They're not letting anything get in. And if you blow by your defender, their help side is impeccable tonight.
Hope counts picks up her 23rd block of the season. She's the tallest at 6'4". The tallest of the Count sisters, I should say. Kassie Caron, a little bit of trouble there, but she gets out of it. Now she's open for three. That's just the one, but Grace Massaquoi is sizzling.
And that's what happens when you give second chance opportunities to Holy Angels. And it looks like there was just a pickoff on the inbound play right there.
Kira O'Rourke with the heads-up play. Providence Academy calls timeout. And Holy Angels back within one. 34-33. As you were saying, LaToya, this Holy Angels team, they don't panic no matter what the score is.
Yeah, there's plenty of time on the clock. It was senior night. You know, they might have come out a little distracted, a little bit with it being senior night, but
they're locked in now.
When you're secure with your offensive set and you believe in your players, you do what you know how to do, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're getting those second chance opportunities underneath the basket. They're going back up. I also think they're trying to get to the foul line a little bit more too, but Providence plays great defense. That's one of their strengths outside of having Greenway on their team and their all-star coaching staff, but they play great rotation defense.
4:42 to go in the first half, and remember, Providence, they have that #1 seed on the line. Holy Angels, they'll either get one or two. It depends on how the coaches view the schedules. Benilde St. Margaret's has the advantage with the conference scheduling. Oh, sloppy pass. A win for Holy Angels, though, that would be huge. Massaquoi for three.
Cassie's got to get out of there.
Maddyn Greenway finds Hope counts. And Kira O'Rourke swats it away. O'Rourke with the block. Greenway goes baseline. And that's a foul. That's on Kaylee.
Also, Holy Angels has a couple of players in foul trouble right now, and a couple of more that are on the brink of foul trouble.
But Maddyn Greenway, she's having a tough time at the free throw line.
It doesn't help that Holy Angels brought their cheering section tonight.
But what does Holy Angels do? Kaylee with 3 fouls. Cassie's out there with 2. She'll line up the 3. And Kassie stuck with that 1 3-point field goal. Greenway again. That skip goes to Brooke Honecker. She can't get the baseline J to drop. Massaquoi up and in.
Yeah, I could see her calling for that the entire way down the court on transition there.
And you know what? Feed the hot hand. Grace Massaquoi feeling it tonight. And if that's on Grace Massaquoi, that's her second. It is. Double bonus now for Providence Academy. Maria counts to the line.
Yeah, I have my own thoughts on that call. Just gonna leave them as my thoughts.
Maria counts, averaging 12.1 points per game, 7.4 rebounds. And she has 4 double-doubles. She's up to 9. Kaylee Caron, bullseye.
And that's one thing about Holy Angels. They don't have to wait on a set. If they're open, they're taking the shot.
O'Rourke with the steal. Kassie not giving up on the three. Holy Angels leading for the first time, I might add. Maddyn Greenway, the skip. Providence will run a set. Greenway for three. Yes.
Beautiful jumper.
15 points for Maddyn Greenway. And we've got ourselves a neck-and-neck duel. Kaylee Caron with the answer. Too strong. Providence made the first run. Holy Angels through the counter. And that defense, it's high risk, high reward.
Nice wraparound there.
But the rewards have been plentiful. So Holy Angels, and I got to give them props. They're keeping Kaylee Caron out there with the 3 fouls. So
as a senior, she's got to understand and play adjust accordingly. We have seen her in a backcourt just a little too long for my liking, but she's holding her own.
So Holy Angels throwing caution to the wind as far as the foul situation goes. Grace Massaquoi, 19 points, and we're tied at 40. We've seen Grace go through hot and cold stretches. She is flaming.
Move.
Speaking of flames, Maddyn Greenway is burning hot.
Nice move. She did an assessment. She saw if I got past my player, there's nobody but me in the basket.
Kaylee Caron left alone. Bullseye!
And it looks like Caron's found a little weak spot there on that side of the zone press or zone defense that Providence has.
LaToya, I have not seen a half like this. We are seeing two high-powered offenses in overdrive.
Yeah, and a lot of that is coming from quick shots. They're taking quick shots.
43-42. And Pierce is open for the long two. Swish!
So the last 3 shots have been from that side of the floor on a skip pass.
Grace doubled, sees a lane, and there it is, 1,000 points. Make it 1,001, and she could get 1,002 with this free throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick announcement. Number 41, Grace Cox, 1,000 points. Let's give her a round of applause for our fans. It's been great for anybody who accomplished.
That's a really classy move to see both sides of the fans cheering for her and applauding her.
Well, there is a tie between these two schools. Lisa Counts, the matriarch of the Counts clan. Lisa Caron, the matriarch of the Carons. They know each other well owing to their status as ADs in grade schools. They play in the same league. Connor Getz, Ella Pritchard, no good. Connor Getz, the head coach of Providence, was Cassie's AAU coach in her first year with the Minnesota Fury. So there are a lot of ties between these two schools.
Definitely small community, small basketball community. So it's kind of hard to understand some of the climate that's going on right now because we do all know each other.
Most of us. There might be a city or two that needs to understand the assignment, if you know what I'm talking about.
I agree.
We'll save that for our podcast.
Yes.
Right now we've got a 1-point game. 35 seconds. Providence spacing out their offensive set here. Greenway doubled up. Holy Angels fans trying to rattle the concentration of Providence.
Don't bail her out.
5 seconds.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you have a player pinch like that. You can bail her out by sticking your hand in there with a cheap foul.
Now 3.7 on the clock. Honecker, good if it goes. (46-45) our score at halftime. Holy Angels trail by 13, but they bounce back, and what we saw for the remainder of the half was a seesaw duel. LaToya, I don't know what the second half will bring us, but you can tell these two are locked in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments both teams make, and then to see what the counter is, because both of these teams know how to play and they know how to counter. We've seen them make adjustments several of the games that we've called, so just going to be interesting to see what's to come in the second half.
One thing's for sure, a lot of excitement will await us. We'll see what happens when we bring you the second half with both teams preparing for postseason play. We're back in a moment. This is high school girls basketball.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in!
And everything in between.
Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. That put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Senior night and grade school night at Holy Angels in Richfield. 46-45, Holy Angels leads Providence Academy. The Stars trail by 13 before countering. We'll recap the first half numbers. Grace Massaquoi with 19 points to lead all players. Caron with 8. Kira O'Rourke with 6, but Grace Massaquoi, a splendid shooting performance from the floor in the first half. For Providence Academy, Maddyn Greenway with 17 points. Grace Counts with 16, passing 1,000 for her career. Maria Counts with 9. And as we get ready to start the second half, this is the first time we have covered Providence Academy since the death of Robbie Miller, Kira's father. Kira not able to play this year, recovering from a torn meniscus, if I'm correct. But Robbie was a former president of the Edina Girls Basketball Association, heavily invested in this community, and I had no idea how much influence he had. Robbie didn't want to make it about himself, but he was a beloved member of this basketball community. And Providence, they've been getting through it as best they can, but we certainly want to pass our condolences to the Miller family. Robbie, an integral part of it, and I know Kira would love to see him in the bleachers when she can return next season. And while that won't happen, I spoke with Connor a week or so ago. Kira and the team, they're moving forward as best they can.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear about that. And so many of our athletes are struggling with loss over the past 2 years with COVID and just other things that have happened. So it's amazing to see their strength that they've exhibited.
Kassie Caron struggling with her shot, limited to 1 field goal. Caron has 3 fouls. As you were saying, LaToya, basketball is a tight-knit community. The first game for Providence after his death was on the road at Edina. And so the two schools, well, it was tough, but the two schools, Kassie Caron lines up the deep 3. they got together and turned it into a celebration of his impact, not just with his family, but with the basketball community.
That's the support that we like to see. That's good, healthy support.
We had one conversation at the Hutchinson-Providence game that I called back in November, but Robbie, he followed me after I interviewed his daughter, Grace Massaquoi.
That was a great play.
That was a great play.
That was a great slip.
And here is a great player.
You just have to make the decision if you're going to go all net or if you're going to use the backboard. That in between gets you kind of jumbling off the back of the rim there.
Maddyn Greenway showing her slipperiness. 17 first half points. 5 30-point games this season to go with her 5 double-doubles.
It's impressive.
But she's run into some turbulence at the line. And you wonder sometimes, is it depth perception? Is it just a bad night? This surprises me a little bit.
You know, one of the transitions that I had going from high school to college play was the fan presence. And even though I grew up playing in the Minneapolis Conference, the fans would be kind of wild. I still play girls basketball, but playing in the SIAC, the fans were rowdy, and that can get in your head sometimes. And I think the fan section behind us has been doing a pretty good job of when she gets the ball on the free throw line is being disruptive.
Brooke Honecker hit with a foul. That will be her third. So Holy Angels and Providence both have a player with 3 fouls.
A little trick to that is when you're practicing your free throws, turn your stereo system up as loud as you can.
And then a quick foul on Hope counts. Holy Angels had nowhere to go. $46-all. Greenway to Maria counts. Hope inside to Grace counts. Honecker for 3. Bullseye.
Yeah, she had time. She set that up.
Brooke Honecker, the younger sister of Haley Honecker. And Grace counts, intercepting the entry pass. Maddyn Greenway with her acceleration, pulls up. Grace Massaquoi corrals another rebound. Has to be careful. Brooke Honecker almost sniped her from behind.
Yeah, and then at that point it was 4-on-1. There, you know, Grace didn't really have anybody running with her.
Holy Angels reached the semifinals last year in the 3A tournament, lost to Marshall. Massaquoi. Maddyn Greenway off to the races. Lead pass a little long. Massaquoi drains the runner.
She's added that little short mid-range to her skill bag. You know, a lot of times we were seeing her getting called for the charge because she just go right into the lane. So I'm happy to see that for her, that adjustment.
Maria counts, recovers, and lays it in. Maria counts up to 11. Grace Massaquoi now has her 11th 20-point game this season. Pritchard lost the dribble. Providence with numbers. Greenway. She lost the dribble. And that is a foul on Kaylee Caron. That is her 4th.
Yeah, and I think she knew that once she reached around to try to pull it back, it was too late.
And we've seen Kaylee take an aggressive approach defensively. Greenway for three, short. Three ball, Kaylee can't connect from the corner. Pritchard, the kick out. Long two, Pierce. Can't get the bounce.
You know, we rarely see Holy Angels get that many attempts and not get the bucket on that. They did a great job on the boards there.
51-48. A sluggish start to the second half so far. Grace Counts left alone. Sinks the baseline jumper. That's 18 for Grace Counts. Massaquoi again. Greenway backs off. Remember, Providence playing for the 1 seed in 5-2A. A win would secure it. Hope counts. Her slash denied. And there's the offensive foul you're talking about, where Grace Massaquoi is controlled it. Ella Pritchard went in a little too hard, and Maddyn Greenway not afraid to draw charges.
Oh, you just have to remember, in order to get that offensive foul call, you need to be set, have your feet set.
So that's 3 on Pritchard. But Holy Angels goes right back at it defensively. Grace Massaquoi converts another runner. I don't think Holy Angels gives a lick how many fouls are on the board. They're going to keep plugging away. Maria Counts with the answer. She gets the runner to drop. Maria's last regular season game.
I would like to see that each team step it up a little bit more defensively. It seems like the offense is just coming way too easy.
Well, the Lions have a 5-point lead. Built up a 13-point advantage in the first half. You do notice they are turning up the intensity on Maddyn Greenway.
Yes, they're doubling her when she gets the ball, which is a risk, but
it paid off there. Grace Counts under duress. Kaylee Caron with 4 fouls gets the steal. Jenna Buer. Offensive rebound, 3-point fake. And Kira O'Rourke banks in the runner. Greenway to Grace Counts. Last touch by Buer, 11:30 to go.
And Buer's out there like she doesn't know she has 4 fouls.
Elbow jumper for Grace Counts, no good. Holy Angels, they're putting a lot of trust in Kaylee Caron.
You know, one of the things that we've seen, and hopefully they'll show it again while I'm talking about it, is that on this press, they're trying to keep the ball out of Greenway's hands. And when the ball gets in her hand, she just sets the offense up. It's fluid for them.
Kira O'Rourke with another steal. Grace Massaquoi.
And that's what happens when you run with your team on that offensive break.
So Kaylee Caron recovers in time for the assist. Grace Massaquoi with 25 points. Greenway on the fake. The skip to Grace Counts. And Grace didn't handle it properly. Kaylee Caron, touch shot, rattles in the 3. Honecker, 3-ball, corner pocket. And give another assist to Maddyn Greenway.
That's a good feeling when your teammates can knock down your passes.
Buer. Her 3 goes off the back iron. What will Maddyn Greenway do here? Wait for help. Grace counts. Draws the foul on Grace Massaquoi.
Foul's on number 2, Grace Massaquoi. That's her 3rd.
So Grace counts. We had 3 20-point games entering this contest, 3 straight. We'll try to make it 4 in a row here.
Number 31, Elizabeth Pierce, and number 42, Kassie Caron.
2 double-doubles, and if she makes this next free throw, she'll have 6 20-point games on the season.
And she gives you 20 points quietly, you know?
Well, she spoke loudly in the win over Mountain Iron Buell, and that was one of her signature games. And then last week, 20-point efforts in 3 big games: Holy Family Catholic, Mare Lutheran, and Minnehaha Academy. Kassie Caron was stripped. Maddyn Greenway speeds past her coverage. That's one way to get open.
Right.
Outrun everybody. Grace counts it with a foul. I did mention, LaToya, that Maddyn's mother ran track.
Yes, that always helps. That always helps.
41, that's Grace.
There is an art and a science to this. We're just not out here.
Moral of the story, I would get trounced badly in a sprint race with Maddyn Greenway, but Holy Angels trying to trounce some points at the free throw line. That is Kira O'Rourke, who has chipped in throughout this one. And by my count, Holy Angels a perfect 10 of 10 at the line. Ball deflected, and a foul on Kassie Caron. That is her 3rd, and the last to give for the Stars. So again, that uber aggressive defensive mindset from Holy Angels. They've gotten a few stops, but it also can result in some fouls.
Yeah, you just have to know when to pull back.
And there are a couple of times where maybe that wasn't the case. Maddyn Greenway creates some space and knocks down the 3.
That's got to feel good.
And that is another asset to Maddyn Greenway's speed. Buer, she wanted that 3. And that's why. Back and forth this game goes. Who will win? We'll know in about 8.5 minutes. Holy Angels with another steal. Kassie Caron one-on-one. Maddyn Greenway couldn't get set up in time. Kassie Caron, who has struggled in this game, just 1 3-point field goal. Will try to change it here. Kassie Caron, as an 8th grader, won the Twin Cities Championship for Blessed Trinity. That's a big deal in the Catholic grade school world. She will go to Missouri Western next year, Division II school. Mary Foltz, I believe, from Stillwater, will be her teammate. Caron blanks at the free throw line, though, but Holy Angels gets another shot.
Nice hustle there, though.
Grace Massaquoi leaving nothing behind in this one. I don't know who's going to win this game, but Grace Massaquoi giving us a glimpse of her greatness. Again, a latecomer in the prep basketball world, but a difference maker. Brooke Honecker, 3 is short. Massaquoi draws the foul. And that is the 4th on Brooke Honecker. LaToya, we're going to see some strategies play out here in the final 7:59. Both teams now have one player with 4 fouls.
And one thing for sure, they're going to have to knock these free throws down as we're inching up on the bonus here.
Holy Angels out of fouls to give. Providence with 1 left. Grace Massaquoi off the hesitation move. Here comes Maddyn Greenway. Once again, swarmed by the Holy Angels defense. Massaquoi banks it in. Grace Massaquoi playing at a level I don't think we've seen this season. But Providence, they won't go without a fight. Greenway with the dime. Maria counts with her 2nd three-pointer. And Providence retakes the lead.
Yeah, Maria's a steady player. She's going to show up when you need her. We saw her do that in the Minnehaha game.
That has defined her entire prep career. She may not score the most, but she will anchor both sides of the ball. And now the Providence fans bringing some noise. Grace Massaquoi again. Can't get the bounce. These two teams won't see each other at state, but they're playing like it's a state tournament game as Maddyn Greenway knocks down the step back.
Yeah, that's, like I said, you got to know where she is. You can't sleep, especially when the ball's in her hands. You got to put a little more pressure on her.
Maddyn Greenway, even though she is drawing the attention of Holy Angels and their defense, that hasn't stopped her from piling up 26 points with 6:38 to go. Providence called timeout. They have 2 remaining. Holy Angels still has all 5. And I have been spotted. My cover has been blown. I was noting earlier that it is a little surreal that I'm the celebrity in this circle.
As you should be, as you should be. You've produced some amazing coverage for some amazing athletes that wouldn't have necessarily had it if it had not have been for you. So absolutely, you're a superstar.
Well, I'm going to apply for the witness protection program after this game. But LaToya, we're seeing 2 teams. They're not treating this like a friendly or a lackadaisical affair. We mentioned the stakes for Providence Academy. For Holy Angels, I don't know if a win or loss affects their seeding, but they're taking this seriously, especially Grace Massaquoi.
And it's senior night.
That's more than enough.
Weight. Yeah.
You would know, and your daughter would know, too.
Yes.
You always want to go out on a high note. But what a fun showcase. Like you were saying, LaToya, you've got to know where she is. Maddyn is so quick, so fleet-footed. Even if you can get a stop on her, she'll still find ways to create opportunities. Last time it was a step back. Here she'll shoot free throws as Elizabeth Pierce picks up her 3rd foul.
Yeah, as soon as the ball changes possession, you got to know where she is.
And even then, it may not be enough. I wouldn't be surprised if Maddyn takes up track at Providence. I think she could pick up some state titles with that sprinting speed of hers.
And from what I recall, I think Providence did have a pretty good track team.
And Maddyn Greenway knocks down both free throws, 28 points. Buer fakes the 3, pulls up. Baseline jumper does not drop. Grace Massaquoi again. Maddyn Greenway.
The year that COVID hit, they were Demaya played for Maranatha, and they were going to run track for Providence because Maranatha didn't have a team, and they were slated to I think it was their 4x100 to make a big impact.
Well, Maddyn Greenway looking to continue her impact at the free throw line after drawing the foul on O'Rourke. Another shooting foul, 2 free throws. Greenway began her 8th grade season with a 32-point performance against Hutchinson. And that was a foreboding of things to come for this 8th grader.
Yeah.
With 5 double-doubles. I know she made a splash last year as a 7th grader, but no second-year slump. Maddyn Greenway, bona fide.
Yeah, she, I attribute her to the likes of Addie Mack, Ronnie Porter. Those guys all came in very young, and we didn't see any slack with them at all either. That's a very elite group right there.
Well, Greenway and Mack among the 3 fastest players to score 1,000 points. Both did it within 50 games. Tori Orline, the fastest, she did it in 40. Crossing that mark earlier this season for Crosby Ironton. Kaylee Caron, 3 no good. Providence getting some separation at a crucial time. Maddyn Greenway with the skip to Honaker for 3. Bullseye.
Yeah, and I would probably get it over half court and use one of my timeouts.
Not yet.
Just to give my girls a breather. You got all 5 of your timeouts. Discuss the strategy.
Providence, again, looking to lock up that 1 seed in 5-2A. Grace. Pass was tipped, but Honaker still catches it.
No shot clock. Stay out of the corners. They can just keep moving the ball.
Providence content with that strategy. 4:12 to go.
In the game for the Stars, number 1, Ella Pritchard.
And even though Cassie's flat, I'd probably bring her back in.
Grace Massaquoi going out. That surprises me a little bit with the performance she's had. Brooke Honaker, that could have been the dagger.
Even just to give them that one, a little quick breather there.
Holy
Angels draws the foul. That is the last to give for the Lions.
Foul's on number 44. That's Hope Counts.
Hope Counts with their 3rd. But Holy Angels trails by 11. They need to get something going in their favor. And Hope Counts deflects the pass. Providence could eat up more time. Holy Angels front loading on defense. Providence, they could get the dagger if they could find someone open on a back door perhaps, or they'll take the 3. We've seen Maria go in for the kill on a couple of occasions. Kaylee Caron, 3-ball corner pocket. Now they call a timeout with 3:23 to go. That was a triple Holy Angels needed in the worst way.
Yes. So they know who their shooters are and who's hot. And so you just got to use what you got. Know what you got, know what you have out there. Just go over keeping the ball out of Greenway's hands, not allowing them to just burn the clock down, putting a little more pressure on them. Boxing out is going to be so important on both ends of the floor right now.
3:23 left. Providence Academy with the possession arrow. Both teams out of fouls to give. Providence Academy with 2 timeouts. Holy Angels with 4. That is the game reset. LaToya, Providence, they were content to lay back, although they won't be afraid to strike if they see an opening. If you're the Lions, how do you handle this?
I would do just that. There's no need to rush a shot. The time is on your hand. The score is on your hand. There's just no need to rush it. I also, instead of taking a deep three and not having a rebounder, I try to get in the lane and draw a foul and get some of those easy buckets from the free throw line.
The big three for Providence Academy, playing big. Greenway with 29. Grace counts with 20. Maria counts with 16. Just 4 players have chipped in tonight, but Providence, they've only subbed in 1. They lose the ball, though. Caron, that was a quick shot. And now Providence can chew at the clock. O'Rourke picks up her second foul. This is still 1-1 for Providence, and Maddyn Greenway a little shaky tonight. So this could potentially work out for Holy Angels. 2 big free throws for Maddyn Greenway. If she makes the first one, that is. And she does. With that, she has now earned her 6th 30-point game this season.
Congratulations.
And the way she has performed, more scoring accolades are in her future. Grace Massaquoi back on the floor for the Stars. Goes up again, gets the bounce. Another timeout. Holy Angels with 3 remaining. And Grace Massaquoi now has her second 30-point game this season. We were here for her first one when she scored 32 against Vanille St. Margaret's.
And you know, this game is still anybody's game. There's 2:49 left on the clock, and so it's still anybody's game. So we're back to the basics: solid defense and boxing out. Don't allow Providence to run time off the clock, and get the ball up the floor and score quickly for Holy Angels if they want to stay in this.
2:49 to go, and I've seen this from Holy Angels. It's an interesting strategy where Dan Woods, he'll choose to hang on to his timeouts until the final minutes.
When the high school season is over, TSP Television goes on the highlight trail. Our highlight reels provide you with a valuable resource for recruiters and a keepsake of your favorite athlete. To learn more about our highlight reel services, contact us at tsptelevision@gmail.com.
His players, again, they have a lot of know-how, a lot of intuition among them.
Right.
So they know how to work themselves out of adversity. Now Providence will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. And that is not the player you want to foul.
Yeah, Maddie does a great job of showing those fouls. That's an art.
So Maddyn back to the line as she tries to pad her numbers. Struggled in the first half, but slowly finding her footing. Last year, she was interviewed by Care 11 when she made a splash as a 7th grader. And her family, her coaches, they would all tell you this is all the work of Maddyn. Jenna Buer, 3 off the mark. Holy Angels with the save. Caron with the elbow jumper. But Holy Angels, they can't afford to trade baskets. They have to find a way to get stops. And with several players at 4 fouls, Caron and Ella Pritchard, that complicates things.
Yeah, if you are a smaller guard and you take a lot of contact, I encourage you to rewatch this film and slow it down so that you can see how Maddie shows her fouls. She does a great job of almost forcing the refs to make the call.
Loose ball recovered by the Lions. There's another example.
Yeah.
Didn't see a lot of contact there, but
yep.
Maddyn, like you said, not afraid to let people know if she was hit.
Yep.
But that quickness helps her too.
Yep. The body mechanics takes really strong core work to be able to do that consistently.
So that's the 5th foul on Pritchard, and She'll head to the bench. Did not score tonight. And Maddyn Greenway, who has found her stroke from the free throw line. She's made her last 4. Will look to add 2 more. Well, Maddyn may want her free throw percentage back after this one, but you can't deny her influence in this game. She'll settle for a split. Pass stolen by Hope counts. LaToya, I'm a little surprised they've gone away from Grace Massaquoi in the late stages.
Right. I think they're a little limited too as well in what Massaquoi can do for them. You know, we're used to seeing Kassie out here with her, so.
Providence Academy doing a terrific job playing keep away.
Yeah, and I think at this point, especially the majority of us in the gym, we understand what's happening right now, and the fans in the front, the girls aren't trying to hurt each other. It's a foul. Let's just continue with this last minute and 15 seconds. Don't razz her and give her a hard time.
Well, Providence looks like they'll hang on to win this game. And I think the difference in the second half, Holy Angels found a strategy to neutralize Maddyn Greenway for a time, but then the Count sisters responded valiantly, and Maddyn found a way to break through that defense. I think she had a little more speed and stamina on her side. And as Caron missed the 3. And so, barring something weird, if Providence does hang on, they'll lock in the 1 seed in 5-2A and pick up a win against a high-quality 3A team. And we had noted earlier in the season, they played against some of the top 3A teams, Becker, Como Park. Jenna Buer with the rebound and the putback. She'll go up to 10. Providence Academy, just 4 losses. One of them to Dowling Catholic in Iowa, who just qualified for their state tournament. 2 others came against 3A teams, and they weren't outgunned. Becker, they led in the first half, couldn't hang on. Como Park, they had a chance to win it at the end, just didn't go in. This is a team that has proven their mettle.
Yes, year after year at that. You know, they have a system, and I always say you can scout a team as much as you want. It's all on how well they're able to execute their offense and their defense, and so Becker does a good job of that.
Providence, if they do complete this win, it will be their 11th straight to end the regular season.
It's a great space to be in going into sections.
11 straight, and they took over the #1 spot in the final 2A poll of the regular season with their win over Minnehaha Academy.
It's a huge confidence booster.
That being said, I think everyone would tell you it's looking like an all-IMAC showdown between Providence and Minnehaha.
Those are those kids that say the Lord's Prayer every day.
That being said, Holy Family Catholic and St. Croix Lutheran could play sleepers, and 2A a little unpredictable. You have some perennials in New London Spicer. That might have something to say. There's some other playmakers.
Definitely that was a foul, but She should get an award. She does an amazing job of showing those fouls.
You wonder if she and Nuno Aguirre, if they take lessons together
Right.
on how to show fouls. But use every tool at your disposal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're not saying this as a joke or suggest that
No.
Maddyn's being a diva or anything like that. Use every tool at your disposal.
No,
If
but
you get hit, don't be afraid to show it.
Yeah, that's actually, as good coaches they do. They teach their players how to show their fouls. Show your fouls.
Because you're going to get hit. There's Grace Massaquoi. I was wondering why they didn't go to her more often, but Grace Massaquoi, I'm sure she liked the win, but she is going to end the regular season with a new high. She now has 33. So Grace Massaquoi, heck of a way to go out.
Yeah, Grace, it's been a great ride watching you play throughout your high school career. So it's just thankful we've been able to be a part of that.
And Holy Angels will call a timeout with 24.6. A lot would have to happen for them to make a challenge, but Grace Massaquoi, her basketball career isn't done yet. Holy Angels has section play. They should get out of their first round because they'll either play Mount Westonka or Richfield. Neither team has been all that competitive. Orono could be a sleeper. Well, Holy Angels would be the 2 seeds. That would get them Hutchinson. The Tigers, not quite at the same level as Benilde St. Margaret's or Holy Angels, so the Stars have a chance to go deep. It's looking like they're going to have another showdown with Benilde St. Margaret's. I like the depth from Holy Angels, but Benilde St. Margaret's, they locked in the second half of the season.
Yes. Sometimes in these types of situations, it's not so much thinking that you're going to get the win, but just flexing your kids' ability to adjust to certain things and see what they look like under certain situations.
Speaking of flex, Grace Massaquoi flexes her muscle. The steal and run out. 13.9. I don't think there's enough time, but I spoke with the Holy Angels coaches on Saturday, and that's what they said. They looked at this game as a tune-up. It's a tune-up before state against a high-quality opponent. This date actually was possible because one of their conference rivals, Columbia Heights, opted to play just once as opposed to twice. So that gave the Stars an open date, and that allowed this matchup to happen.
Yes. Yeah, these are those moments where, you put those sets in, those plays that your kids might not have seen before, or give them an assignment, and then just see how well they execute it. So when you go back into practice next week, you can fine-tune some things. So when you get in those section games and the games are a little closer, everyone has confidence.
Grace Massaquoi, 36 points, though. What a performance. What an effort. That's the 5th foul on Kaylee Caron. Grace Massaquoi. It was wonderful to see her at full power. And Maddyn Greenway, I can't wait to see what the next few years will bring. Before the season, Maddyn Greenway got an offer from Minnesota, and I'm sure more will follow.
Yep.
And her parents know a thing or two about handling that process. I interviewed Maddyn about that. She said her dad's best advice, her piece of advice, stay humble.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, but stay humble. Maddyn has tied a season high. Well, talk about Grace Massaquoi going out with a bang. Maddyn Greenway will end the regular season matching a season high, 38 points.
Way to go out.
And we know her season is far from done. Final second stick away. Well, LaToya.
We're going to nickel and dime this the whole way.
Like we said, this game had a state tournament feel to it. Hope Counts will fall out, but that doesn't matter now. And Shannon Healy will check in Shannon, another youngster to keep an eye on, the youngest of the Healy sisters. Her big sister, Anne-Marie, won a state title in 2012, then went to Harvard, and then joined the convent.
Wow. I guess Providence had a huge impact on her.
It did for Anne-Marie. And Shannon Healy hoping to reap her own rewards. 88-81 the final. Providence Academy ends the season with 11 straight wins. And Holy Angels, they put in a valiant effort. This was a well-played game. Providence just had a little more in the tank tonight.
Yeah, they did. They came out that second half and they really executed. Holy Angels couldn't find their niche that second half. Their shooters were a little off. Their defensive rotation was just a little slower for tonight. Definitely not what we're used to seeing from them.
That being said, don't count out either of these teams. Holy Angels, they will be in the conversation in 3A, and Providence Academy, now the focus shifts to postseason play for them. But before we do that, we'll try to get a word with Maddyn Greenway and Grace Counts, who crossed 1,000 points tonight. This is high school girls basketball. Providence Academy beats Holy Angels 88-81. Joining me are Maddyn Greenway and Grace Counts. Maddyn, we'll start with you. Heck of a way to end the regular season. You match a season high, 38 points, and that was in spite of Holy Angels trying to key in on you, but it seemed like toward the end of the game you had just a little more speed. So how did you adjust when Holy Angels tried to converge on your position?
Well, I've been getting that the whole year, just getting pressured. I know that in the first half, Grace, they couldn't guard her in the post, so I knew that I just want to let the game come to me, and I just happened to score the ball tonight, but I really just do whatever my team needs me to do on that night.
Well, you started the season with a 30-point game. You end your season with a 30-point game, and along the way, you put in a slate of huge performances, including last week. With the regular season over, what would you make of this campaign, and how do you think you've grown this year as an 8th grader?
I mean, I just can't believe it's already over. Like, that's 2 seasons, just like 2 regular seasons. And I think just my confidence and being able to, take over games and know when I need to and know when my team needs me to. And I think that's just how I've grown the most.
2 seasons and over 1,000 points already. I feel like an underachiever compared to Maddyn over here. I tease, of course. Another tool you have in your arsenal is your speed, and you're also not afraid to show fouls, and we're not suggesting you're overdramatic, melodramatic, anything like that, but you've really developed that part of your game. How do you work your speed into what you do?
Well, I just know when my defenders get tired, and I know that I'm not tired, and I just know towards the end of the game when I need to take over, when I need to use my speed, I mean that comes in handy, and just getting past defenders that are on me very tight, I think that's when I can use it the most.
And you had to work through some adversity, building up a 13-point lead early. Holy Angels countered. You've been in situations like that before, so when another team makes a rally, how do you handle that situation?
Just stick together. We know that we can play together. If we play together, we can beat anybody, and I think that's shown over these past few games. But I just know if we stay together and we just stick to our game plan, it's going to work because our coaches put us in a great position.
Well, one of those players was Grace, and let's not forget about you, 1,000 points, and as Maddyn mentioned, the Holy Angels defense didn't have much of an answer for you, and early on, you were beating them in transition. 20 points, 1,000 points for your career. What would you make of this night?
It was really fun to come out here and have my team with me to give me my assists, help me get to my 1,000. They've definitely helped me throughout the whole season, my whole career at Providence, and yeah, I'm just really grateful for everyone who helped me get here.
And if I'm correct, you joined your big sister Maria in the 1,000-point club. So what are those family conversations going to be like now?
How can we get Hope there? How can we get her better to get to that point where we're all with there? And how can we get to our 1,000 rebounds?
Well, you've got another season with hope, so I'd like to think with Maria going off to college next year, maybe you'll pick up on your passing game a little bit.
Yeah. Someone's got to pick up the assist game, and I'll step into it.
I know you will. What would you make of this season? Because as the season went along, you picked up your scoring, your influence grew. In fact, you ended the season with 4 straight 20-point games, including 3 big performances last week in 3 big games. How do you think you've progressed?
I've gotten a lot more comfortable with my game and like what I can do, knowing like where I'm strong, where I'm weak, and like how I can get better in those spots. And yeah, no, I've just really turned it up in the last couple games because I think we really need to pick it up going into state, just to get it all the way working together. Yeah.
And of course, you have to get through sections first, but having the experience last year of going to state, winning silver, how do you think that will help this year? Because you brought back just about the same team, and you're not newcomers anymore. You've all been through the fire, if you will.
I think we just know what it takes, and, you know, it was really hard going that far and losing, but we know that we just have to get past that next team, and, you know, we're already there, and I think that we've shown through these past few games that we're hard to beat, and I think if we play like this and play as a team, I think we can make it very far.
Yeah, we know just how hard it is to get all the way through sections, all the way through state, and then win it all. So, yeah, we just got to stick together, and we'll be great.
I have no doubt about that. Before we go, you want to say hi to anybody?
My cousins, if they're watching, my grandparents. I don't really know. Yeah, I struggled with this last time.
My cousins out in Oregon, Kyle, Audrey, Ellie. Yep.
Maddyn, I think you did all right. I'm sure your cousins and grandparents won't mind. Well, your parents are already here, so you don't need to worry about them. And, well, congrats on the victory. We'll see what happens as you enter postseason play. As you know, there are no guarantees, but one thing's for sure, I think we can expect a lot of points out of the two of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maddyn Greenway and Grace Counts. That will wrap things up here from Holy Angels in Richfield, where the Lions end the regular season with 11 straight wins. For LaToya, Turk, and the rest of our crew, I'm Mike Peden. Thank you for watching.